He's the most adorable stuffed Jewish person I've ever seen.
My dog came back to life. My dog's alive.
Rule 7. Mensch's love hashtag.
I don't think piss contains your DNA. Whenever you're feeling frisky, don't forget that everything is a lie.
My dad put sheep balls in his mouth.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Merry Christmas, Nathan.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Oh, it's nothing. Christmas for me hasn't really started until we do our Christmas episode.
That's really the marker. I was just talking today about how it doesn't seem like Christmas.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any Christmas specials.
You haven't?
I've done nothing.
Oh, wow.
We put a tree up. That's it. I mean, I've bought things because, capitalism. But nothing else has happened.
Right.
You know why? I've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
The Sushi Jackknife Christmas Special.
Woo! Is this the 4th time we've done this?
I think so.
The first time we really went all in. Mm-hmm. The second year, we watched Die Hard. Mm-hmm. Last year, we had a wonderful list of odd Christmas traditions around the world.
Oh, that was very good.
That was fun. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I think that one's called Merry Christmas, Lil Mama.
And if you're not going and listening to that immediately after this episode, you a loser.
Just go ahead and unsubscribe.
Do it right now.
This year, we got nothing.
No, nothing.
Yeah.
We have put... I was about to say very little effort into it, but I feel like that's overselling the amount of effort we've put into this.
It is. Well, with the best of intentions. So back in May, because the first year we did this whole radio play thing, which was really fun. It's still one of my favorite things we've ever done. But back in May, I started writing another radio play.
May?
Yeah, I was ahead of it, and I had most of it. And
Man,
I just never...
so far back.
I never finished it. And it was about... I'm just going to tell you guys what it was about.
Okay.
It was about an inflatable Krampus holiday decoration that goes outside, ordered from Amazon Prime, that comes to life and disrupts a family. And they figure out there's this whole plot behind it and everything.
Right. Well, obviously.
Of course, yeah. So, but that was the basic premise.
And we got nothing.
I also, my wife told me, the song, I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
It's a wildly impractical ask.
So the little girl that sang that song back in the early 50s, I had heard that she later became an animal activist or something.
Okay.
But I don't think that's true. So that's a story I was going to bring up. But now I feel like there's nothing to talk about there.
Well, I'm glad you say that.
Okay.
I have a list of Christmas facts
You're
that
kidding.
I thought we could go through right here.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way,
yeah.
Sushi Jackknife.
Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
That's this show.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. If you didn't know that, you've accidentally subscribed to the wrong podcast.
Congratulations. You found a better one.
That's not necessarily true. You have found one.
We were both overconfident and underperforming.
Isn't that always the case?
It is.
So, I found 99 interesting facts about Christmas.
Well, that should keep us busy for a while.
I don't know that we want to go through all 99. But as it is the Christmas episode,
yes,
I thought maybe we could touch on a few of these.
Okay.
Sporadically throughout the episode. Not forced.
Just
we don't want to force it.
Peppered in.
But the first one here, in case you were curious, the image of Santa Claus flying his sleigh,
yes,
began in 1819.
Oh, wow.
And was created by Washington Irving.
Oh, yes.
Now, you may be saying to yourself, hey, Sushi Jackknife guys, who the fuck is Washington Irving? That's the guy that created the Headless Horseman.
That is correct. So this guy...
Did he mean for Santa to be an agent of terror?
As was the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
Did you grow up watching the Disney version of the Headless Horseman?
I watched it a couple times.
Yeah, I watched it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot about it.
It was very creepy. That part when Ichabod Crane is walking through the...
Yeah.
And he thinks the trees are attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
I had that experience so many times.
That same guy was like, you know what a good tradition would be for Christmas? What if a fat guy was just breaking and entering into every person's home? He'd watch them all year long to approve of their behavior.
Yes.
Watch them constantly. And then if he was fine with it, brought him some stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And if he wasn't, death. I don't know if that's part of his story, but it should be.
Death raining from above. So he created the image of Santa in the sleigh? That didn't
The
exist
idea
before
of
him?
the image of Santa flying
Okay.
his sleigh,
Okay. Wow.
which is pretty big.
That is big.
Also, for those out there listening that still believe in Santa, he created the idea that we know that that's a fact.
Oh.
I don't want to ruin anyone's Christmas by telling them that Santa's not real. So don't tell them anything about Santa being like he's just a fake fat dude.
Shut the hell up, you. So this guy helped create a lot of the mythology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
And I just assume that because he's the Headless Horseman guy,
Yeah.
that he thought Santa was terrifying. Which, when you break it down,
Oh yeah.
Santa is pretty terrifying.
Santa is scary. Yeah.
The only way to make Santa more terrifying is if you went to every house in America with a little elf and set them on a shelf to watch the children. That's the only way to make it more terrifying. We did it.
Yep. We figured that one out.
USA. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice job, everybody.
We did. We made America great again. It finally happened.
Elf on the Shelf.
Is that not the most terrifying?
No, it is.
Weird tradition that people have.
Very strange and very, yeah.
So they have Elf on the Shelf, right? But they also have Mensch on a bench.
Are you
for
serious?
Hanukkah?
Are you serious? Right
Oh,
now?
I'm very serious.
Mensch on a bench?
Mensch on a bench. Look it up. It's a real thing.
Oh my god. Okay.
The thing that I've wondered about that forever, like growing up in a Protestant church.
Yeah.
I don't really run into a lot of Orthodox Jewish people. But I know that one of their things is they're very analytical.
Sure.
They look at things
Yeah.
for what they are and don't just accept things at face value. Do you think the kids that are subjected to Mensch on a bench are looking at it going, I'm not sure that that's really a fair reflection on the value that I've been bringing to this family throughout the year?
So themenchonabench.com tagline, making magical moments with over 200,000 Jewish families.
For $14.99, by the way, at Bed Bath & Beyond, you can get one right now.
As seen on Shark Tank?
Oh, yeah.
This was on Shark Tank?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. He's a cute little guy.
He really is. He's the most adorable stuffed Jewish person I've ever seen.
And now they have Ask Papa. Papa is here to answer all of your questions with a little chutzpah. It really says that. It really says that. Hang on, I need to know more about Ask Papa. He says, Oy vey, I'm schwitzing. He says that. Are these people self-hating Jews? Like, what is going on here?
When do we find out that this was created by white supremacists?
Right. Accepting
Stephen Miller, when he is taking time out of his White House hate schedule, is off creating Jewish stereotype memorabilia.
Yeah, that's what's happening. Add more Funica to your Hanukkah. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. The Mensch on a Bench is a new Hanukkah tradition designed to bring families together while teaching the importance of the holiday. Moish, the Mensch, and his family are on a mission to inspire others to be honorable Mensches and to bring fun and laughter to your family during the holiday season, whether you're shopping for children or bubbies. Is that your grandma?
Bubby? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, your grandma's.
What this sounds like to me is a group of Jewish people were upset that Elf on the Shelf existed.
Yeah.
Forcing children into good behavior. And they're like, how could we get this for non-Christmas people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like anyone celebrating Hanukkah, how can we get this? Mensch on a Bench. That's a rhyme. It works. Let's do it.
What is a Mensch? Mensch 101. A person of integrity and honor. There you go.
Mensch 101 is the worst class I ever took in college.
Ooh, there are Mensch rules.
Okay.
But first we have to meet the Mishpacha. I don't know anything about this culture, so I'm sorry.
You're probably mispronouncing every word of it.
You got Moish.
You got Schwitzing.
Yeah, I got Schwitzing. You got Moish the Mensch. Mm-hmm. You got Bubby. There's a Bubby. Ask Bubby.
Oh, that is a Bubby.
There is Hannah, the Hanukkah hero. Now that is cool. She looks like Wonder Woman with a Star of David shield.
That
pretty dope.
Right there looks like the Marvel superhero that hasn't gotten a movie yet. The one that's left.
Pretty dope. Filled with kindness, courage, intelligence, and strength, Hannah is here to show you what it means to be a Hanukkah hero. Wow. There's a dog, Dreidel dog. Dreidel dog.
I hate that. That makes me so unhappy.
Then you got Ask Papa. He's filled with advice and chutzpah. Chutzpah. I said chutzpah. I said it right the first time. Ask him anything and he'll respond just like your own Jewish grandfather would.
What? How is that?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a stuffed thing. Do Jewish grandfathers typically respond in silence and ignoring?
It's so stereotypical. Mitzvah moose. Never underestimate the power.
I hate this so much, and I'm not even Jewish. I didn't even know all of this existed when I brought it up.
The moose is dedicated to teaching kids the importance of helping others. And then what to do with your Mensch, and shop now, and over 200,000 units sold.
Can I tell you that Dreidel the dog is one of the most upsetting things I've heard this week?
Hang on, I'm joining the email list.
Of course you are. You could name the dog anything you wanted. I know you want alliteration.
Sure you do.
So any D name is available. Yeah. You chose Dreidel.
I mean, David was Jewish.
You can't come up with anything that's Jewish besides Dreidel that you want to use for the name of the dog.
I love it. Now let's find out how to be a Mensch. All right, I have a very GeoCities looking scroll here. There are 8 important rules you must follow when you bring a new Mensch into your home. Here's the Mensch rules. Name your Mensch. Each Mensch is special and should be part of your family. Rule 2. Moish was always trying to make the kids smile and have fun. Enjoy this holiday with your family. Have fun, make your own traditions. Put more fun.
So the people who did this knew of 2 Hanukkah songs. They knew Dreidel, Dreidel.
Right.
And they knew Adam Sandler's Hanukkah song. And there's nothing that rhymes in Dreidel, Dreidel that they felt like using, so they went with just Adam Sandler.
Every day of Hanukkah, make sure you give your Mensch a shamash candle to hold. And every night, use that candle to light your menorah.
Okay. All
right. Mensches are infused with Hanukkah magic. Is that the same kind of magic as Christmas magic? I'm not so sure.
No, it's a very different... I mean, really, when you think about it, so Christmas, when it comes down to it, is like I got a bunch of crap.
Right.
People gave me things. They put it under a tree.
Yep.
Hanukkah was like, oh, man, we're going to die in the desert if we don't have enough fuel to light our lanterns.
Right.
So I think Hanukkah magic is probably actually a lot more practical.
It sounds like. Sounds
Christmas magic is like, hey, that reindeer, his nose glows.
My dog came back to life. My dog's alive.
Christmas magic is everything you see on the Hallmark Channel.
Correct. That's correct.
Hanukkah magic is like, well, we had enough food. And that's it. That's the whole thing.
Rule 5, your mensch will get sore from sitting in one place for too long. Just like Moish. So move him every day. Mensches love to have fun, so be creative with your mensch.
So the Mensch can get bed sores if you don't take care of him?
You gotta rotate him.
Okay.
Rule 6, Mensches love having their pictures taken. Take fun photos and share them online with friends and family each night of Hanukkah.
Rule 7, Mensches love hashtag. Hashtag Mensch on a bench.
Rule 7, one night of Hanukkah, don't open presents. One night of Hanukkah, don't open presents yourself. Instead, buy presents and give them to people in need.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Now I feel bad for making fun of this idea because that's way more valuable than anything fucking Elf on the Shelf does.
Give it one more rule, okay?
Okay.
Rule 8, Mensches don't sleep.
Okay. Well,
let
now we're...
let them watch over the menorah at night, and that is the final rule.
I will say, eight rules, 8 crazy nights.
Yeah.
It matches up. One of those is a very valuable thing.
Yeah.
The Elf on the Shelf, as far as I know, exist to terrorize children into behaving throughout the holiday season.
Yes.
December 26th, they can act like a terror, but until then,
exactly,
nothing good will happen.
Correct.
The elf will see it. Santa will not show up.
Oh boy, that is a revelation to me. I'm so glad we found that.
I didn't know you. I figured everyone knew that at some point.
No. Is there a similar product for Ramadan?
No one celebrates Ramadan.
Oh,
I really firmly believe, because I've never met one person who celebrates Ramadan, that no one celebrates Ramadan.
I think there's a large portion of the world that would disagree with you.
No one has.
Now, I don't know if it's the Christmas analog though. I don't really know anything to know about what it is. There's Kwanzaa, but Kwanzaa to me just always seemed to be about fruit. Like there's always a lot of fruit.
That is true.
Right?
It's a very fruit centric.
Like okay. Here you go. Holidays from the outside, right? As you've said, Christmas just looks like an excuse to buy shit from the outside.
Yeah,
not a good quality.
No, it's very negative.
Hanukkah looks like disappointing from the outside.
So
compared to Christmas,
what I know about Hanukkah, is everyone I've known who celebrates Hanukkah or has ever been a part of a Hanukkah talks about how terrible it is.
Okay.
Because it's like one day you get socks. Like things like that. Whereas Christmas, I don't want to say people are stupid, but they're kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's like, here's $800 worth of garbage.
It's true.
That you're going to forget about in a month. Enjoy.
Yep.
And this is going to reveal a lot about me, but I was watching a news thing today where they were talking about a local business person paying off layaway at Walmart.
Yes.
And one of the women they were talking to, it was like $98 of stuff at Walmart.
Oh.
That it was Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
And my first thought when I heard that was, it's just Christmas. Why are you spending? If you don't have $98 and you have to put it on layaway, don't do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
That's the kind of Christmas spirit I have. Yeah. I'm just like, no, don't. It's a waste of your time and resources. It's ridiculous.
One of the things I got myself this year, actually it's the only thing I got myself, is a 23andMe test.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't have the results yet.
Uh-huh.
But
I'm very interested in this.
I spit in the tube.
Uh-huh.
And I mailed...
It's spit. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's blood.
Yeah. I assumed that you just pissed in a cup and sent it to him.
I don't think piss contains your DNA.
I don't know how it works. I am not a scientist.
So you spit in a tube,
and
you have to spit up to the line.
Okay.
And that can't just be bubbles. It has to be pure spit.
How high is the line?
It's only like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch.
That feels like a lot of spit.
It takes a while. It takes a while to work because you have to wait. Like, you can't eat anything for half an hour or brush your teeth or anything.
Right, because otherwise they're going to go run your DNA and be like, well, you're half buffalo chicken.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Looks like you're a quarter McRib. Does that sound right? Yeah.
You're a disgusting person.
Sounds pretty right.
That's what it comes back with. It's just the entire world map, and they've crossed it all out. And at the bottom, they just write "gross person." If you have McRib in your spittle,
that's true. So it takes a while to get that much spit.
Yeah,
and there's a little like you're not just spitting directly into the tube. There's like a little like a funnel at the top. So you're spitting.
They have to be efficient.
Yeah, and you fill it up and you cap it, and when you cap it, there's like a chemical that's in there that mixes with it when you close it.
Interesting, yeah.
So then you have to shake it.
Is it like a colored chemical?
No.
I would really like it. It doesn't really affect anything, but if it turned blue.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah, and you'd be like, I did it.
I made it blue. I'm pregnant. Yeah. Wait a minute.
So what are you expecting to find out?
I am expecting to find out that as my therapist said, I'm all the white people.
You are definitely all the white people.
But, it's been said in my family. Now, genes express differently.
Yeah.
So there might be things there that don't show up because my genes don't express what's there, right? Mm-hmm. I'm expecting to find a little bit of Native American because it's if you're from, I don't know if this is in the Midwest, if it's a thing, but if you're from the South and you're white, like someone is Native American.
Oh no,
that's a thing.
So I have an aunt,
okay,
who has spent her entire life trying to prove that we're, I believe, Cherokee, part Cherokee, which by the time we boil it down, it's going to be like 1/62nd Cherokee or something. Like it's going to be very little.
Yeah. Teeny tiny.
Like she has hunted through records because this was before 23andMe existed.
Right.
Trying to prove it. I think so we could get college credit, like college scholarships.
Right.
I'm not sure it's a great reason.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
something.
We're from Oklahoma. There's definitely Native Americans in there.
I think what probably happened is someone bred with my ancestors on their way to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Thank you, Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, what a bastard.
You're a real cool guy.
Real great dude.
Oh, man. I love that that's the model that our current president is basing his life off of.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Oh, boy. No, it's true, though. It is true.
What a dick.
And we live in Andrew Jackson land here.
Yeah.
We really do.
Have you been to the Hermitage?
I have not. This is the historic home of Andrew Jackson.
It's his home.
Yeah.
And I feel like, okay, so I've heard from multiple people who've been there that they address things like the Trail of Tears and his owning of slaves fairly honestly.
Okay.
However, I don't feel like there's any way you can have a monument to a president like that and still really admit that they were a little bit of a bastard.
Yeah, exactly. Like you gotta just like at Monticello.
Yeah,
they're now saying, well, this is where Sally Hemings slept.
That's not helpful. That doesn't make him better.
No, but at least they're talking about
that's true.
Yeah,
that is helpful.
At least they're saying, like, look, for everything that Thomas Jefferson did, he also fucked an underage girl who was his property.
Yeah.
Technically. So that's not great.
It's not like top 10 of all the founding fathers.
No.
Like, it's not one of the facts that you look at and go, yeah, no, they
proud
really,
of that.
And they really had their act together.
Let's inject this podcast with a little more Christmas, like you would a
Fact
turkey.
number 2.
Okay.
The Montgomery Ward department store.
Oh, yeah.
Created Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Are you kidding me?
As a marketing gimmick to encourage children to buy their coloring books.
See, it's all commercialism.
I don't know. I feel like Jesus is the reason for the season, you know?
I feel more radical by the second. More radical by the second.
Every time I hear a fact like that, I remember a couple years ago when all the Protestants, it's really them, were getting upset at Starbucks for not having a Christmas cup. They were having a holiday cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Oh, then fuck you.
You know what? You were mentioning Christmas specials earlier.
Yeah.
I watched one this year that I've never seen before because we have these DVDs that include all of those, right? Like Rudolph and Santa Claus is Coming to Town and Frosty, all of that. But until this year, and I watched it with my son, I have never seen the modern classic, Mr. Magoo's Christmas.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh. For those unfamiliar with Mr. Magoo, here's all you need to know.
If you were looking for a Christmas special that focused on the blind or nearsighted,
Mr. Magoo is an old man who had a cartoon show.
Yeah.
And the premise of every joke is that he needs to put on his fucking glasses, but he never will. He's so old that his face...
The joke is he's a stubborn asshole. That's what the joke is.
That's the joke. The whole thing about Mr. Magoo. And he impacts all the lives around him constantly. People are being injured. Things are falling on them. He, like a drunk driver, is always fine. So Mr. Magoo's Christmas was basically a Christmas Carol. Actually, the thing was, Mr. Magoo was starring in a production of the Christmas Carol.
Naturally.
Where he was playing Ebenezer Scrooge. And so...
he doesn't seem like a Scroogey enough character to play Scrooge. I don't like it.
I agree.
That's a plot hole right there. Go ahead.
No. I mean, but, and so basically what they figured out how to do was rip off the Charles Dickens story.
You're right.
But just bookend it with Magoo-ness, So
okay.
At the beginning, everything's, and at the end, everything's falling apart. He's nearly killed the director at the beginning and at the end.
Everyone in a Mr. Magoo cartoon is always an inch away from death.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's always his fault.
Right.
Because I have a flamethrower.
And there's this... Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that's what that did.
There's this song...
I can't see.
Right. It's very sad. There's this song in the movie where he's a little boy, all alone in the world.
This child? The child is young Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh.
You see, he is left here all alone. Nobody
That's so
wants
sad.
him.
It's the saddest fuck.
Oh, poor lonely child. Poor lonely child.
When you're all alone in the world.
Okay, at least one person has committed suicide with that song playing in the background. At least one.
Exactly. And there's at least another Christmas hit within the Mr. Magoo Christmas, I think it's actually called Christmas Carol. And this is the group of villains singing We're Despicable.
Well, that's very descriptive.
Down rings and all with him lying there. Why not? Who should care for the likes of him?
I got his boots and cuff buttons.
All I got was his sheep.
So they've robbed Ebenezer Scrooge after his death.
Right. Well, I mean, as you do.
Yeah. And now they're going to sing about how bad they are. Eventually they're going to sing about it.
We're despicable. We make us.
All of this part of Mr. Magoo's Christmas. I think available in a trash bin just about anywhere.
If you go to your local Walmart and find the dollar bin of movies, it's guaranteed to be at the bottom of
Apparently someone has put it on YouTube in its entirety. So there you go.
I like thinking about the amount of time that someone put into writing that song.
Yes.
They sat there. They had their pad of paper. They had a pen. I'm assuming, because most people write this way, that the music had already been written.
Yeah.
And they had, oh, come on.
Terrible? No. Boorish? No.
Can someone get the thesaurus out? So a follow-up Rudolph fact here.
Oh, yeah.
The original Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer did not have a red nose.
What?
Because in that day and age, red noses were seen as an indicator of chronic alcoholism. And Montgomery Ward didn't want him to look like a drunkard.
As one drunk-ass reindeer. Have you seen the Christmas sweater? It's going around. That is like a tree, a Santa Claus, one reindeer, and another reindeer that's just puking. Like, just puking green stuff.
I mean, they don't have any... 364 days out of the year.
Right.
Those reindeer do nothing.
They don't do a damn thing.
What are they going to do besides take up casual drug use and alcoholism?
That's correct.
Those are the only two things they have for them. They're out in the North Pole. They can't go to town.
That's right.
They're not going to go grab a steak at the local steakhouse. That's not a thing for them.
Or a bag of beef jerky.
No, they have nothing. They're just reindeer hanging out, waiting for the fat old guy to tell them, hey, it's time.
We rate ourselves, hate ourselves viciously. None of us wishes he. Good shine.
It's a Christmas classic right there. Now, a little gift to the podcast from, okay, the saga continues.
Yeah.
Kentucky Roy.
Yeah.
Now lives in Indiana.
Indiana Roy.
Indiana Roy.
Can he just put down some roots already?
Settle down.
What is he? Just some sort of crazy hippie moving from state to state? I can't handle this anymore.
His gift to the podcast is this. I am Inspirobot. This is this is Inspirobot.me. I am an artificial intelligence dedicated to generating unlimited amounts of unique inspirational quotes for endless enrichment of pointless human existence. Feeling mindless? Enter mindfulness mode. So he sent me a couple examples of what he got. Here's one. This is a person somewhere in Asia on a bicycle. It says, hate the passion, not science. And then we got a lovely picture of clouds. It says, hate always leads to something. And then we got a guy looking a little bit like Guy Fieri who says, ignore the execution, not the artist.
When you say he looks like Guy Fieri,
Well,
how many flames are on his shirt?
I mean, he should have more.
Oh, no, that's nowhere near enough. But he looks like inside.
Yes, exactly.
Inside in his soul is one flame t-shirt.
So I'm going to try this now. I'm going to generate my own inspiration. Oh,
Okay.
It's giving me a weird green eye. I got a girl on a skateboard in the desert. It says, with great deaths come great heritages.
What is that? You know what? I would cancel your 23andMe if I were you.
Yeah, it's all right here. Let's do one more.
That's the whole thing right there.
Little gift to the podcast here from Indiana Roy. I have a businessman here gesturing with an open hand. It says spirituality for primates? Question mark.
What is?
I don't know what's happening.
What is happening? I don't want to speak out of turn here,
Let's enter mindfulness mode.
but I feel like Roy from moving to Nebraska to Kentucky to Indiana.
Yeah.
Maybe having some sort of breakdown.
Well, okay, we are now on mindfulness mode. We're going to turn on our speakers.
Okay.
And it's gone from a green and black motif to like a stars and like a rose-colored robot eyeball. And it says...
That's the Illuminati, by the way.
Turn on your speakers and press start to artificially, intelligently generate infinite amounts of fullness for your empty human mind.
Please turn this on. I need fullness.
I'm hitting it.
I feel slightly empty.
Every time you believe in money, you also challenge a tiny person.
Okay.
Okay.
Try to isolate your respiratory system.
Isolated.
Whenever you're feeling frisky, don't forget that everything is a lie.
Did he say frisky?
Whenever you're feeling frisky, don't forget that everything is a lie.
So
good.
So, just to summarize, real quick, you feel horny,
Right.
Nihilism.
That's
That's what that's saying right
the
there.
correct response.
Nothing matters.
It matters. It's all a lie. Boy, that was a nice little stocking stuffer, Roy. Thank you for the Inspirobot. And for those of you who don't remember, many, many episodes ago, we did a Sushi Jackknife meditation tape, and that
yes.
reminded me quite a bit of that.
It really seems like
Yeah,
it
it does.
except more depressing
Yes.
somehow.
Yes.
Like, I felt like we were fairly depressing, but
We were.
nowhere near that. Nothing matters.
All I remember from that is you going, "You're in the jungle, the stinky, stinky jungle."
Well, I mean, really. Is a jungle going to ever smell good? If you're in a jungle that smells good, you're in the Febreze jungle. That's what that is right there.
The Febreze jungle full of peppermint sticks.
Clement Moore.
Clement Moore.
You know, you're familiar
Yes,
with him.
I am familiar with him.
His poem introduced 8 more reindeer for Santa's sleigh.
Twas the night before Christmas.
Yeah. And they are...
Oh boy, is this a quiz?
Yeah.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid,
Yeah.
Donder, and Blitzen.
That is correct. However, fact 5.
Damn.
Most of these names are male-sounding names.
Indeed.
But male reindeer shed their antlers in the winter.
Oh.
However, the reindeer pulling Santa's sleigh are more than likely female or castrated.
Interesting.
So that is a thing to think about. Every time you hear the list of Santa's reindeer,
Okay.
they ain't got no nuts. They're either female or someone chopped those bad boys off. They got nothing.
It's a team of flying eunuchs.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want the reindeer reproducing.
No.
Like,
no.
Donder is just going to be horny constantly. He's not going to be able to focus on, flying to Poland. You got to get him focused. He can't be thinking about the female reindeer that are back at the North Pole.
No.
So you chop those bad boys off.
Thereby eliminating the desire. Wow. That's extreme.
Yeah, so that's pretty depressing.
It's like a weird cult
Yeah, so
flying around.
So based on thefactfile.org, Santa cut his reindeer's nuts off to make the thought complete here.
Yeah.
Santa himself went out, just lopped those nuts off.
Oh boy. This reminds me of a TED Talk.
About Santa castrating his deer?
Can you imagine Santa doing a TED Talk?
It would be jolly.
It would.
It would be very nice, probably.
Yeah. And the tagline could be something like, live your life like it's Christmas every day. So
I guarantee there's a TED Talk somewhere with that title. I guarantee it.
it starts with a pie chart. Santa's got a wireless microphone.
There's like a 25% chance of like micro. talking
Yes.
about.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned Micro. Did we talk about the goat balls thing?
No, no, we did.
But not on the
Personally,
show?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
That's what made me think of it because, Micro from Dirty Jobs, who is somehow now like a Fox News person occasionally.
So Micro, he's a conservative blue-collar pundit.
Yes.
But I will say, out of all the conservative blue-collar pundits, he seems to have at least an element of common sense to him.
I think he does, yeah.
I don't know that for a fact,
Yeah.
but it seems like it.
Yeah.
However, he keeps getting... I've seen him on CNN and Meet the Press, but he keeps getting pulled into Fox News, which means that, he's just hanging out with the devil, waiting for his soul to be sucked from him.
Right. Well, first...
No offense to anyone who watches Fox News.
There's a whole penetration process that precedes all that. So Mike Rowe gave a TED Talk many years ago now about his time on Dirty Jobs, and maybe arguably the dirtiest job he ever did, which was castrating sheep in a field.
Oh, I have actually seen this Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Oh, boy.
So I've seen many episodes, and that's one of them.
Well, this experience ended up leading him to sort of an existential dilemma.
Yeah.
But basically, it's important to know what happened, I think, most of all. And then you can picture Santa Claus doing this to his reindeer. So Mike Rowe is in the field with the shepherd, and he's been reading up on how sheep are castrated. And, according to, animal friendly, the SPCA or whatever,
Right.
You put a rubber band around the balls,
Right,
and then they
right.
fall off.
Yeah.
Well, he witnesses this happening to a sheep, and he sees that the sheep is stumbling around and crying.
It
and,
sounds so terrible.
right, just forever. And then the shepherd shows him his preferred way,
Right.
what you might call an alternate way.
Which is the ultra blue collar way. Like, it's not blue collar, it's beyond blue collar.
When you get
It's navy collar.
when you buy a bookcase and you get the instructions and it
Yeah.
shows you what tools you need, this one is a pocket knife and a good pair of chompers. So this shepherd prefers to castrate the sheep.
Yeah.
But I think it involves holding a knife edge to the base of the scrotum.
As you do.
Whilst putting the sheep's balls in your mouth, and then ripping your head back to somehow sever the scrotum from the body.
You say this like it's a bad way of doing things.
I'm just trying to understand. I want to make sure I get the details
You want
right.
sheep balls in your
You want
mouth.
to put the sheep balls in your mouth.
Really, so this tells a lot about me again. I'm not sure which is more heinous. The fact that you're cutting the sheep balls off
With a
eventually.
knife, yeah.
Or the fact that you're putting them in your mouth before you do it. That just feels weird about the whole thing.
Doesn't seem necessary, does it? Like,
Yeah, you're just at
didn't you
that
just
point.
yank them off or something?
At that point, you're like, well, I mean, I know that the hand would do the same thing, but everyone's always done the mouth. Everyone I know has put sheep balls in their mouth.
It's a rite of passage.
My dad put sheep balls in his mouth. My grandpa, all the way down. All the way down. If you do 23andMe, every person that shows up there, sheep balls in the mouth. That's all the 23andMe comes back with is sheep ball in mouth. It's just the globe with the entire thing circled.
The subscript that says this should tell you everything you need to know.
Enjoy your nightmares.
So Mike Rowe, after some major trepidation, manages to do this, and then his TED Talk is about the existential things
Right.
that happened to him after the fact. And I don't remember his point other than, like, real people got to do shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's really always his point.
Yeah.
But he was not a fan.
Didn't enjoy it. So picture Santa Claus doing that to all the reindeer. To
Which
make
he
them
does.
Passive.
Look, so he has elf slaves. building his toys.
An army of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's not doing anything 364 days out of the year.
It's true.
Except castrating his reindeer with his mouth.
Orally.
Yeah. Oral castration. We're gonna jump down because there's no way we're making it through all 99 facts here.
No, let's get to
14.
14.
In 2010, during the Christmas season, the Colombian government decorated jungle trees with lights.
Oh.
The trees lit up when the guerrillas, parentheses terrorists, walked by, and banners appeared asking them to surrender their arms.
Oh, that's nice.
The campaign convinced 331 guerrillas to re-enter society and also won an award for strategic marketing excellence.
That is fantastic.
So,
way to go.
In my head, this award, and the people judging it were looking at it going, well, the Scope ad was really good. I really like the Scope ad.
Like Scope mouthwash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the new Snickers ad was really good. I don't know. The Colombian government got the guerrillas to all give up their arms and turn themselves in. I guess the Colombian government? I don't know.
You know, when you started that factoid, I really thought it was going to go another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it turned out very positive.
And then they all castrated each other orally.
Right. Well, I mean, obviously. You gotta have a hobby.
Yeah, if you've been a gorilla in the jungle for 30 years, you're going to have a hard time chilling out.
Well, you got 331 of them put into prison.
Yeah.
I mean, they gotta find something to do. Castration. That's what they go to.
Oh, boy.
Let's see. Where were we at? The bicycle, the U.S. playing card company.
Oh, bicycle.
Yeah.
Make cards.
Manufactured cards to give all the POWs in Germany during World War II.
Oh, yeah.
These cards, when soaked in water, revealed an escape route for POWs.
What?
The Nazis never knew. How is that not a movie?
That's awesome.
World War II,
World War II.
bicycle is helping POWs escape.
That's brilliant.
And the Nazis, Colonel Klink, all of the Hogan's heroes have no idea that this is happening.
Good. Wow. And they delivered them at Christmas.
Exactly.
To the POW.
Yeah.
That is truly a movie waiting to happen.
I would watch that movie.
Oh, absolutely.
So the POWs got detained, got taken by the Nazis.
Yeah.
I'm
Nazis.
sure they would go, hey, can we keep our pack of cards? And the Nazis go, I don't care, we're going to kill you.
Right.
It really doesn't matter what you have.
Have fun with your cards.
They take the cards, escape. I mean, that... Where is
Fantastic.
Spielberg for this right
Seriously.
here? I mean, he's done Schindler's List, Saving Private Ryan.
Indeed.
Get the playing card movie out there.
I mean, can you picture all the top star, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, Brad Pitt could all be in that movie.
They're all getting too old.
That is true.
I thought about this.
That is true.
This has nothing to do with Christmas. I thought about this the other day. All of those stars, old as fuck. They are.
I guess they kind of are at this
like
point.
Brad Pitt's in his 50s, man.
That's weird.
Yeah.
He still looks great.
Well, no, he looks great.
Yeah.
But I have to get the exact age here because I feel like I'm selling him short.
Yeah.
But I mean, Clooney, definitely in his 50s.
He's got to be pushing 60, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they're not young men.
No.
We've got no one. Even Chris Pratt, who is like the young guy that they're throwing in everything.
He is, yeah.
He's still like 40.
Is he really?
I mean, he's in his late 30s at
I didn't
least.
know that. Interesting. That makes me feel better, actually.
You're hoping that you still have a shot to...
Yep.
Be a world famous actor.
Something like that.
Brad Pitt is 54.
Holy shit.
54
years of age.
To put this in perspective.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had grandparents that were late 50s. Mid to late 50s.
Yeah.
They seemed old. I mean, like Crypt Keeper old.
Crypt Keeper.
That's where Brad Pitt is at right now. Think about that.
You got Kurt Russell playing Santa Claus these days.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing?
Yeah.
Is it good?
No. Oh, no, I didn't. I saw the ad.
You saw the ad for
it.
it. Yeah. I will personally watch Kurt Russell in just about anything.
I don't know.
Myself.
I'll watch him.
Yeah.
But I don't care that much. Christmas fact.
Christmas fact.
Tinsel was invented in 1610 in Germany.
Really?
And was once made of real silver.
What?
Think about that.
Holy moly.
Right now, on my tree, if I wanted to have tinsel, I could go to Walmart and buy whatever the crap that garbage is. In 1610, real silver. Wow. That's what they're putting on their trees.
Tinsel does sound like a very German word, doesn't it?
It actually does.
Tinsel. Do you have the tinsel? I will make fun of them relentlessly forever because fuck them.
The old English custom of wassailing.
Oh, yeah.
Was to toast to someone's long life at Christmastide and was the forerunner for the tradition of Christmas caroling.
Oh!
So when you hear, here we go, a wassailing, that's what they're talking about. That's why it sounds like a Christmas carol. It's a carol.
Here we go, a wassailing, here we go. Is it like that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
White Christmas.
Bing Crosby.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Not Bing Crosby.
Winter Wonderland. The Christmas song.
I don't know.
And I'll Be Home for Christmas. Plus the melody for Oh Holy Night.
Yes.
Were all written or co-written by Jewish people.
Irving Berlin being one of them?
He is one of them. White Christmas, that's Irving Berlin.
Wow.
So a majority, not majority, but a major part of what we view as Christmas carols.
Yes.
Jewish people.
Written by Jewish people.
Yeah. You know why? I mean, they've got nothing better to do. Hanukkah is boring. Did we not establish this earlier?
Mensch on a bench.
They get socks. Famous saxophonist Boots Randolph.
Oh, yeah.
Played the saxophone solo on Rockin' Around the Christmas
He sure
Tree.
did.
Yeah.
He did that right here in Nashville, Tennessee.
Paul McCartney's Christmas song is widely regarded...
Simply.
Yeah, that's it. As the worst of all the songs he has ever recorded.
I love that song.
Yet, he earns $400,000 per year.
Oh, my God.
Off that garbage song that no one likes.
I like that song.
You're the only person who likes that song.
Simply.
It's so bad. 400
The
grand.
choir of children. What about the Happy Christmas War is over? That's
Okay.
John Lennon.
Well, I was actually about to transition to this one.
Okay.
I don't understand how that's actually a Christmas song.
It's not, but
It's not.
No, yeah.
Is it not mildly upsetting to you every time you hear it? I heard it the other day when we were at the mall. They were playing it while we were waiting for Santa Claus. It is an anti-war protest song.
Absolutely.
Which, by the way, was not written, as far as I know, during a wartime.
Right.
It's just in general. He's like, war's bad.
Yeah. War is over.
We're standing in line waiting for a fat guy who maybe had a real beard but probably had a fake beard to show up so my kid can cry on his lap. If you're John Lennon and there really is an afterlife.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say there is or there isn't. That's up for you to decide.
When we figure that out, we will podcast about it.
And you're looking down or up from your afterlife. I don't know where he went. And you're seeing that. You've got to hear your song playing next to a fat fake Santa going, that's not what it was about.
Play Paul's song. Right?
That's what his song is about.
Exactly. You also interesting.
I have a war song and you're playing it with the fat guy.
Just because it says Christmas in it.
Yeah.
And George Harrison's song, My Sweet Lord, gets lumped into Christmas Play as well, which is like totally... I mean, it's partially a Christian song, but it's also partially a Hindu song.
That's true.
And partially
that's George Harrison.
That's George Harrison, yeah. But it's not really a Christmas song in any way, shape, form, or fashion. As far as I know, Ringo didn't have one.
No, well, I mean, sure, he did somewhere. Yeah. No one knows about it because it's Ringo.
You mean it's on par with like I'm as lonely as shit from Mr. Magoo?
Yeah. Somewhere in an album of completely Beatles covers. In the middle of it, there's one Ringo Christmas song, and no one knows it exists because it's Ringo.
Right.
This is so depressing already.
It's so sad. It's the saddest fucking song.
So there is a number I've noticed as I've grown up of Christmas specials where the songs are wildly depressing and could cause suicide with the right people.
I think probably a lot of people didn't have a great Christmas experience, you know? I mean,
it's like they wanted 4 good Christmas songs, and
right.
then they're like, well, this one, let's have a song about how Christmas isn't really what we expected it to be, and we're disappointed, and maybe life isn't worth living. Nihilism. That's the end of the song.
Have a very nihilistic Christmas.
Exactly.
Factoid.
Nova Scotia,
Canada,
yes, is the world's leading exporter of Christmas trees.
Is that right?
Yeah. So there's not a lot going for Nova Scotia.
No.
Except for when Christmas comes around. And then, God damn it, they get everything.
Here's to Nova Scotia.
That's what Nova Scotia brings to the table. They got Christmas trees out the wazoo, metaphorically, not literally. That sounds painful.
Out of the literal wazoos.
Yeah. Since Denny's restaurants in the U.S. were originally designed to be perpetually open, their buildings were built without locks.
What?
This became a problem when they decided in 1988 to close on Christmas Day for the first time. So, until 1988, no locks on Denny's.
Wow.
Just homeless bums living in every Denny's until 1988. And then they're like, we're going to close. And they came in, and the homeless bums are still there.
Making themselves breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, no one's here to make the Grand Slam. You can't do that.
Bob, you've had it like 400 times. Go make it. I don't want to.
Almost 28 sets of every Lego.
Lego?
And Lego.
Lego sounds like the off-brand, I don't know, Colombian version.
Lego would be sold next to Mega Bloks.
Yes, exactly.
You go to Sam's Club. There's an aisle of Mega Bloks and Legos. It's just 2 E's.
2 E's, exactly.
They have stairwares.
Star Wars.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars, but on an escalator. It's Star Wars.
Or STARE.
Almost 28 sets of Legos are sold every second during the Christmas season. 28 sets.
Oh my God. A second?
A second.
That's a lot of fucking plastic in the world.
Can I tell you, I'm kind of looking forward to the day that my child is old enough to not choke on fucking Legos. So I can buy him a Lego set. So I can play with the Legos. I don't care about him.
Oh, I know. I'm at that point.
At this point, he's still, obsessed with Curious George and shows like that, Elmo. I don't care about his happiness. I want an excuse to buy me Legos. But right now, if I do it, he chokes to death and it's my fault.
Yeah. And you don't have a very happy Christmas.
No. If your kid chokes to death on your Christmas present, I mean, max 5 out of 10 on that Christmas. Max. I mean, that's depending. That's depending on whether you got like a nice watch or something for Christmas, Like if you got like a Rolex or something.
Yeah.
I mean, 5 out of 10 if your kid chokes to death on a Lego.
5 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're out one kid, right?
Here's the real question there. Do you retrieve the Rolex?
Well, I mean, I'm holding the Rolex is on me at that point. If my wife got me a Rolex, I'm wearing the Rolex, my kid chokes to death, the Rolex is unassociated with any child death. 5 out of 10.
Okay, 5 out of 10. Well, from both of us here at the podcast, we hope you all have a very happy holiday. Whether you do Christmas, you do Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, or nothing at all.
You just celebrate the festive pole.
Human Light Day.
Yeah. Just, do whatever you want.
Whatever you want to do. And as always, happy holidays.
Yes.
And Sushi Jackknife.
Sushi Jackknife.
We'll see you in the new year.